into work, and we actually are being tough.
Susie, what do you, and I'm sure...
Labour have lied within the first year to get into power, then why should we trust them to lead this country for 10 years? They've lied instantly, straight away.
Working-class bricklayer Don Daniels has exposed a woke Labour activist over Keir Starmer's failures on jobs and welfare, and taxpayers are stuck paying the bill. In the clip, Rachel Reeves's £26 billion tax rises come up, alongside a claim that a family of 5 can get benefits like a £71,000 salary. But here's the twist. What happens after that is genuinely startling, because the cash in hand a question drops, she panics, and the water hits the desk. The Department for Work and Pensions insists work pays more, yet viewers hear nobody's ever going to vote Labour again. Is this betrayal, or a necessary crackdown? Right, here's the situation in simple terms. A bricklayer called Don Daniels is saying the benefit system is being abused by people who could work, and that working taxpayers are the ones funding it. In the same segment, we're told the government is warning young people they could lose benefits if they refuse work, and there's talk of a budget with £26 billion in tax rises. Don's argument is, benefits should be a backstop when you genuinely need help, not a permanent way of life, because somebody has to pay for it. The conflict is obvious. Activists and politicians talk about programs and legacy problems, while ordinary workers look at their payslip and feel mugged off. People care because this hits rent, food, bills, and trust, the sense that playing by the rules still matters. That's also why the America First instinct lands, even in a British row like this: back the people who graft, not the people who game it, and stop treating the public as an unlimited bank. Now watch how quickly it turns into blame shifting the second he says Labour promised no tax rises and then, in his view, did the opposite. You're going to hear the line that sums up the whole betrayal feeling.
You might have heard that the government is now warning young people that they will lose their benefits if they turn down work in a new scheme that's aimed at reducing youth unemployment. This comes after Rachel Reeves asked ordinary people to pay a little bit more, with £26 billion worth of tax rises in her budget.
Someone who was left frustrated by the budget is bricklayer Don Daniels. He went viral on social media with this post, which has the caption. He's standing there in the sleet. Some days I want to give up, but there's people on benefits depending on me. He also posted this video last week as a follow-up.
You people that do not work, are you not embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed that you're walking around streets and everybody knows that you're broke and you don't work and you're relying on benefits to get by? These people should be forced to do 2 days a week, voluntary, litter picking, cleaning graffiti off of walls, anything like that. And if they don't receive a penny.
And good morning. You've had a lot of praise for it. You've had a lot of abuse as well, haven't you?
That's correct.
Yeah.
A lot of praise, a lot of abuse.
Do you regret doing it?
I don't, not at all.
No.
The people that have come out of the woodwork speaking now because somebody's had a voice and spoke about it is remarkable. It's not just me thinking it, the whole country's thinking the same.
How long had you had this fundamental view that there are too many people who are simply claiming benefits because it's easier than going to work?
Years. I believe everybody's felt the same for absolutely years. It's lazy. Britain in general, they're very lazy people.
Have you ever been on benefits?
I've needed it. I've had a car accident when I was younger and I needed the benefits. That's what it should be for, because I needed it at the time.
What would you say now to somebody who's on benefits who, in your opinion, could actually go to work? What message would you give them?
I just want to motivate them to get to work. The things that you can do by going to work is unbelievable. Holidays, huge holidays to Thailand and Brazil and Australia. You can't do that when you're on benefits. You simply cannot. It's motivation. You can't go and buy a car on finance. You can't buy a house. You can't do a lot of things in life if you're not working. You need to work and contribute to the country. Because I voted Labour. I put my hands up, and a lot of people said you're brave to say that you voted Labour, but I voted for them because they promised not to raise any taxes. I know we've had problems with the Conservatives in the past, but this was supposed to be a fresh start, and they just lied to get into power, and it's...
Yeah, I mean, look, we all probably agree here that there are people, a section of people in this country that are claiming benefits and they shouldn't be claiming benefits. We know that's there. That is a problem. We need to tackle it. The thing that I want to take up here is why on earth you would talk to Kerry Badenoch and the Tories. They were in for 14 years. This is their mess. I spent 15 years of my life working with young people from poor backgrounds, helping to get them into work. back when Labour were in government, we had the Future Jobs Fund, we had youth inclusion programmes, we had like an apprenticeship programme. The Tories came in...
It's the fact Labour have lied.
No, the Tories came in and they scrapped all of those programmes. We have 1 million young people unemployed. There is no way that is because of us
Notice
being in
what's
for...
happening there. He admits he voted Labour, and now he's saying they got in by promising one thing and delivering another. The response you hear back is basically, we inherited a mess, plus a reminder of 14 years of Conservative government. Fair enough, history matters, but it doesn't erase what people think they were sold at the ballot box. Also, that work pays slogan only works if it matches reality on the ground. When the public mood is already they lied straight away, you've got a credibility gap that no press release can patch. Alright, here comes the bit where the studio talk meets the hiring phone call. Keep your ear out for the cash in hand question. It's not ideology, it's incentives.
Because of us being in for a year and a half. That is a problem that has gone on for years, for over a decade.
But Labour have lied to get into it.
They created that problem. And what have we announced? What have we announced? We've announced that we are going to massively fund a future jobs fund now for young people to get them off benefits and get them into work. And we actually are being tough.
Susie, what do you... And I'm sure...
Labour have lied within the first year to get into power, then why should we trust them to lead this country for 10 years? They've lied instantly, straight away.
See, I would not say that we've lied. I would say that we've inherited a massive mess, Tank. But let's be honest, we've got to make it so that work pays. We've got to make it so that people, you know, want to work. And just to say, listen, it is a scar, I would say, on this nation that we are leaving 1 million young people on the scrap heap of life. We're better than that as a country. We want to tap into their potential, and the Tories didn't. But
what do you make of that figure, £71,000?
I believe if these young people wanted to work, they would get out there and they would find work. You know, there's work out there. They just don't want to. They don't want the work, and plus they are being rewarded for sat at home. There's a lot of people, if they go to work, they're better off sat at home, and that is a fact. I'm
sorry, but that's not been my experience. As I say, I spent 15 years of my life working with these young people. I've worked with young people that are desperate for work, and they've not been able to access it. 1 million young people aren't all sitting at home saying, oh, we want to be lazy.
Can I just say something? I get contacted, I employ people, I get contacted by a lot of people, and the first thing they said to me is it cash in hand? And I say to them, oh, no, it's not cash in hand, it's proper job. But I say, right, I can't do it then. So why? Because
Oh, and down goes the water, over goes the water.
I can't do it because I've got benefits, I've got my housing bills to pay, I've got... So these people, they don't want the work.
So in their view, work does not pay.
It doesn't pay.
It's better for them to be on benefits than to accept the job that you're offering
For somebody to say to me, is it cash in hand? And then turn around and say, right, I don't want the job.
Yeah.
What does that tell you about the country?
But can I just say something?
Don, I just want to ask you, because Susie says she can't believe that you're even interested in the Conservatives. I mean, the obvious alternative from Susie seems to be you're disillusioned with Labour. She's got criticisms of Conservatives.
Nobody's ever going to vote Labour again. They are finished. They are done. I believe nobody's. They have a Reform or Conservative. They are the two, and that is it.
Yeah. Wow. Can I just say, you know, short-term memory here. 10 years of Conservative government. Waiting lists on the NHS went up, sewage in our rivers, like 1 million young people, 1 million young people unemployed. That is a Tory legacy. We've been in for 1 year, we're turning it around. We're going to transform the country for the better.
We're out of it. Thank you both very much indeed. Thomas,
so
thank
you very much.
Are you thinking of standing for Parliament yourself?
How much are they paying?
But it's not cash in hand.
Sorry about the glass of water.
No problem, no problem. A Department for Work and Pension spokesman says it pays more to be in work than on benefits.
That is the whole problem. Right there, a proper job offered. And the first question is it cash in hand? Then the excuse is benefits and bills. Whether every single case fits that pattern or not, the point being made in that segment is brutal. The system can nudge people towards the dodge. And that £71,000 comparison for a family of 5, again, that's presented in the video as a headline shock number, but it's being used to make one simple point. If the state can look more attractive than entry-level work, you're going to get exactly this behavior. Here's what I can't stand. Politicians and activists demand endless patience while the working class are expected to swallow higher taxes, higher costs, and lectures about transformation. If you want social solidarity, you build a country where effort is rewarded and the safety net isn't a hammock. Fix the incentives, tell the truth about the costs, and put the taxpayer back at the center of the deal. Because a nation that forgets its workers doesn't stay a serious nation for very long.